take the opportunity to really acknowledge those things there, I think it'll take the pressure off, and like men won't think that women are being aggressive and like trying to like be a man if she's approaching him.
It's never gonna work that way because
he says it's never going to work that
traditional.
way.
You gotta understand, men's are still traditional. Women's like to like change stuff, like oh, this is the modern world, 21st century, but we men's we don't reason like that. Men's are traditional from day one.
Can you say now. Not all men?
Not all men, but the majority. Yeah. When I say men, I mean majority, because if you look at girls that talk to guys first, it doesn't end well with a good story. Like most time, there's some that ends good, but you have more that end bad than the ones that end good.
Okay.
Meaning, guys are traditional up to date. Women's like to remodify or modern world and then come back to traditional, right? Like for example, women's like to enjoy, have all the fun, baby girls' night, all that stuff, right?
Okay.
And then come back and want a man to be traditional. No, it doesn't work.
I don't. I'm having a,
men's don't like
really
that.
hard time.
Men's don't like that like that.
I'm having. So what do you want? You just want her to be at home, just like be at home, just be a servant. Is that what you want?
Not be at home and be a servant, right?
Okay.
There's condition of how things goes, right?
Okay.
In this day and age, before a man meets you, you have experienced stuff, right?
Okay.
When you're with a guy in a relationship or marriage, right? It has to go in accordance of how he is.
Okay.
Meaning, if you want to go out, right? Why not you and him go out? Or if you want to go out with your girls, right? There's limit, because men don't like their girls being loose, because women make a lot of mistakes when they have alcohol and all that stuff involved, right? So that's one fear that men have, right? Of okay, she went out and this happened, and then it's a situation. One of my friends had a girlfriend, right? He liked her, they were together. She wanted to go out for a girls' night in another state.
Oh, okay.
He said no, right?
Okay.
He told her, no, I don't want you to do that. If you want to go out here in Columbus, but not that far. And I don't trust the girls, your friends.
Okay.
Because he knew one or two girls. She rejected his saying no, right?
Yeah.
Went out for the event, right?
Okay.
And they had drinks and it was eating something, and she didn't know the gauge of what they were eating. Okay. And she was high. And she ended up kissing another guy and kissing another girl. And it was like a twosome.
So somebody had a little fun.
Yeah, somebody had fun, right? So she came back, tried to hide it from her man, right? But we men, we have energy. We feel there's something wrong. So this guy has been thinking about something wrong until she was talking to one of her friends on the phone, and she was showing her this unhappiness she is about that what happened, and she felt offended of them doing that or that happened, right?
Oh, okay.
He saw that, and he's like, he's done. She
done.
begged him. It's hard for men to forgive cheating. I've never seen a man that forgave cheating. He will forgive you, but he might not take you back. Women can forgive a man that cheated and take him back, but for a man, I've never seen that. It's hard for us.
Yeah.
You can do anything to us, we'll forgive you, take you back. But you see cheating of another guy going into your stuff, or another woman, doing the stuff, it's hard for us.
And I wish sometimes men would have the same type of mindset when it comes to them going out and sleeping with other people when they have a wife or a girlfriend at home, but I digress. So you like to bring up other topics when we get to toward the end of our time. And I just want to go there with you, but we're going to have to put a pin in that one too, because you said something about women going out and having a girls' night out kind of thing, and men don't like that. And you also said something about men are traditional. You keep saying men are traditional. Women are traditional as well.
No, you're traditional when you want to be. Go on.
You almost kind of took the words out of my mouth a little bit. Women are traditional as well. It's just women have evolved into a different type where it's like a hybrid kind of like you have women that have some traditional values, but they also embrace some of the modern things that we have access to. But I think really what it comes down to is like what works best for you in your respective relationship. So if you're dating a guy who is by nature very traditional, he's a provider, protector, he's the leader of the home. Not to say like in other dynamics, the man is not the leader of the home, but like he holds all the cards, he makes all the decisions. You're there in a supportive role for him. If that dynamic works for you and the person you're with, kudos, I support it. There's other relationships where you hear the term 50-50, but like it's like a partnership. Like there's still an understanding of the hierarchy. The man is still the head, the woman is the support. But like when it comes to decision making, it's a collaborative effort. But at the end of the day, the man makes the final call. But at least he takes input from the woman. But I think there are some good points to leverage in modern dating. But I feel like at our core we're traditional. We're just we're just trying to make sense of like where we are currently in this world. The economy is not the way it was back in the day for our parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the cost of living is higher. So like, yeah, I would love to have a man be able to pay all my bills, but it's not realistic because like, the average salary for someone is between $45,000-$50,000 a year. We have debt, we have cost of living, utilities, groceries, all of that stuff. So to expect a man who is an average earner to be able to take on that burden is not fair. So as some women, they want to be able to help their man, right?
It depends on how you help.
And again, like I said before, it just depends on what works best for you. So if you guys agree on a dynamic that works for your relationship,
can I give you an example why I said that?
You absolutely can do that, yeah.
There's a time you can go out, like my experience, there was a girl I used to date. Back then, we wanted to go out, right? And I didn't have enough money for it, right?
Okay.
But I wanted to still impress her.
Sure.
So we went out, right? And she knew, my pocket wasn't that good.
Sure.
So when we was going in, she took my hand, right? Took my hand like this, right? I'm like, what's going on? She hid it like under the table after we ate.
Okay.
And took my hand on the table, put it, gave me her credit card.
Okay.
And I was like, what's going on? So I used her credit card and paid. So I said, why did you give me your credit card like that? I knew you was gonna pay, because I didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
She said, you're the man.
Yeah.
I always want you to be the man. So I had to hide it under so that you can take it and pay as the man. I respect that more than I never forgot that. That happened like 10 years ago.
Sure.
I still remember that.
Yeah.
So sometimes we men, we have a way of, we want to provide. That's how we are. But we know the economy is high and you want to help. But when you want to help, don't put it on our face.
Okay.
Understand that he's still the man.
That's fair.
You can say, baby, we're running down on rent. I know you don't have much. I know the rent is like $1,000, and I know you have 600. Can I give you 400, please? Don't say I have 400 here. No, you say, can I give you 400, please?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you hear from like, okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
And you're giving him with happiness and respect.
Yeah.
You cherish respect more than anything.
Oh yeah. So and thank you for saying that and explaining that. I agree. I feel that women that try to demoralize men, especially in public, that's not good. It's not cool. That's not good at all.
Doesn't look good.
So it's I think it comes down to you knowing who you're dating and who you're in relationship with. And I think for me, when it comes to a dynamic like that, like I just need, the person I'm dating to know that I'm in this with you. Like at the end of the day, I know that you're the head in this relationship, but like I'm here to support you, so you don't have to take on the burden by yourself. Like I'm here to help, I'm here to support. And I don't think that it would be him thinking he's less of a man to accept help from his woman.
No.
Especially if he knows like her heart is pure.
No, that's why I say it depends on how you do, because
Yeah.
even in the olden days when moms didn't work, the mom still helped the dad.
Yeah.
Because she would go to the farm, sell some of the crops, and like still say baby or whatever they call them, and here's my support.
Yeah.
But she knows how to do respectful to make him still feel as the man.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? But nowadays, some women will rub it to your face.
Yeah.
Some women will like, because I always say it like this, right? You see a man raising a woman, paying her school fees, providing for her and her family, right? Nobody knows about it. But when the road changes and the woman is doing it, say, the neighbors will hear it. Everybody will hear it. Friends will hear it. She will go on Facebook, hashtag, I'm providing for this, whatever she calls it, this no life or whatever. She wants everybody to feel the pain. And that's not right.
And that's a girl mentality.
That's not, I see a lot of that.
That's a girl, and unfortunately, because you guys see that more, you guys think that's all the women operate that way, and it's not true. Yeah. There are women who let their men be men. Yeah. Even if I'm making more than you, I will not create a situation where you feel less than.
Yes.
So unfortunately, right now, that's a culture. That's a culture that these women, they've been afforded an opportunity to be able to earn and do different things, and they feel like they don't need a man for XYZ reason. Or if they have to offer support to a man, they have to feel they have to go yell it from the rooftop. For what, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, because I don't understand that mindset, so I can't even tell you why that would be the case. But that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really a nice topic, people to understand. Like, there's nothing wrong with a woman supporting her man, but it's the way you do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Always understand that man is a man. He's your king.
Yeah.
He's the love of your life. You respect him. We cherish nothing more than respect. The day the respect ends is the day the love and the relationship ends.
I agree.
So if you want to support your man, find a way to support. Just the same way, if we want to do stuff for you, we gotta be romantic. We don't like that. It gives me a headache. Like, I gotta buy flower for her. I want to do that.
Right.
But because I know you like flower, and I don't want to buy it, and I'm like carrying it like in front of you. No, I want to like hide it.
Okay.
And like, boom.
Yeah.
You gotta be creative.
Gotcha.
To like make you feel. So we want stuff like that. Be creative on how you support us. It makes us feel like, okay, you're doing a good job, and we feel respected.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. So I know we gotta get to wrapping up here, but I think what would be really good to share with our viewers is like, from the man's perspective, like what kind of things they like what kind of gestures do they like? Because I often hear like people say men are very simple, like men are not complicated, women are complicated, and to a degree I can agree with the fact that there's some complexities when it comes to women, but like also in some spaces we hear that a lot of men are not really expressive. They don't really tell us what they want, what they need, and so then we end up as women guessing, right? And then we miss the mark because we do things because we think that's what you want, but you didn't tell us that's what you wanted, and then it kind of further complicates that. So I think maybe, in a future episode we can kind of talk through, like, from your perspective, like, what are things that men kind of value as far as like gestures? Because I think it'd be helpful for women to know, especially like if people are wanting to be in a committed relationship or being married, what are things that men kind of value outside of like, sex and stuff like that, like, different gestures and things that men would value. But this has been some really good conversation. So you have any words to share before we sign out?
Yeah, I always have words to share my language. I love my culture, my language. Again, I'm Igbo, and I love Igbo language and my tribe and culture. So I always want to share that knowledge and language to my viewers and everybody. And tonight, what I want to say in my language is Chukwu Goziun. Let me say it again. Chukwu Goziun means God bless you people, or bless all of you.
Yes.
So where I'm from. We're loving people. We believe in God. Our name means God, you know. So we are accepting and we're loving, and I love culture and I love everybody. And, most especially, I love food.
Hey, we all love
If you
food.
can cook good for a woman,
Hey.
you have taken my heart.
All right, you hear that, ladies? So listen, he said he liked big booties and you can cook, right?
Yeah, you got my kryptonite.
That's right. Well, good is an exceptional cooker. I'm not saying that because she's my mom. I'm saying that because she is a damn good cook.
Yeah, that's the best mom.
Yes. Yes. So like, as far as something from like my culture, I would say one of the things I miss from back home is fungi. So fungi is like, you would compare it to like a fufu. So it's made out of like with cornmeal, and we can mix it with like some okra.
Oh, nice.
And you can have that with like we typically have it like with stewed fish. So typically like around this time of the year, I get really homesick. And I crave those dishes. So hopefully, you know, one day we may have an episode where we're enjoying some delicious African food, or maybe
I've
some.
been eating with my hands.
So yeah, that whole part about eating with your hands, I'm not sure about that. So like with our fungi, we don't eat it with our hands. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but we eat with a fork. But yeah, so that's all we have for you guys tonight. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Love ya. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Peace.